When President George W. Bush signed Presidential Proclamation 8031 on June 16, 2006, he created the largest marine protected area in the world. At nearly 140,000 square miles in size, Papahanaumokuakea Marine National Monument is larger than 46 of the 50 states of the Union. It includes some of the most pristine coral reef systems in the world, home to more than 7,000 marine species, a quarter of which are found nowhere else. The islands are replete with archaeological treasures and traditional sites of worship of native Hawaiians spanning thousands of years. The creation of the monument showed an imagination of leadership, a creativity, decisiveness, and boldness not previously seen by any world leader in protecting the ocean. With the stroke of a pen, President Bush changed the very nature of marine conservation in the world and opened the door to a new sense of what can be achieved.
We had the privilege of being invited at the White House to show our latest show at the time, Voyage to Curry, the northwestern Hawaiian Islands. And we were there in the presence of Mrs. Bush, next to me, President Bush. At the end of the dinner, President Bush stood up and looked at all of his guests, and he said, I quote, "Let's get it done."
Many years of groundwork ensured that the monument would fulfill its aspirations. Managed jointly by the Departments of Commerce and the Interior as a site within the National Marine Sanctuary System, Papahanaumokuakea Marine National Monument is a showcase of cooperative conservation. Designated by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 2010, the monument celebrates the inseparable link between nature and culture as the world's first designated cultural seascape. The Bush administration established 3 more marine national monuments before President Bush left office in January 2009. The Marianas Trench Marine National Monument is home to the world's deepest canyon, with some of the oldest and most resilient life forms on the planet. The other 2 monuments are the Pacific Remote Islands and the Rose Atoll in American Samoa. Together, the 4 monuments established by the Bush administration total an astounding 230,000 square miles. The U.S. set the example, and the world has followed. From 1990 to 2005, the world saw a gradual increase in marine protected areas. Starting with the action of President Bush in 2006, the total area of protected ocean globally has shot up from 3.2 million square kilometers to an amazing 12.3 million square kilometers as of 2014. And since 2006, the total area of protected waters under national jurisdictions increased from 2% to 8.4%. Since 2006, leaders throughout the world, Australia, France, Great Britain, Chile, the Cook Islands, Kiribati, Palau, Bermuda, and New Caledonia have all taken action. But protecting these special places as monuments and sanctuaries is only half of the solution. The other half of the solution needs to be sound, sustainable use of the resources outside these protected areas. President Bush signed into law the Magnuson-Stevens Fisheries Conservation and Management Reauthorization Act of 2006. The new law called for an end to overfishing. It established tough new measures for management and monitoring, and it instituted creative new approaches such as catch shares for fisheries. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration recently announced that depleted and overfished stocks are at all-time lows, and that many stocks are being rebuilt. While there's still so much more to do, the strong measures of the law are working and set another example for the world to follow. Alongside President Bush, Laura Bush has been a resolute and impassioned champion for the ocean. Mrs. Bush actively supported the creation of the Marine National Monuments through visits to the region, speeches, and writings, particularly on behalf of the Gulf of Mexico. Mrs. Bush led the early efforts of the Preserve America initiative, which was created by President Bush through executive order in 2003 and permanently established through congressional legislation in 2009. Preserve America celebrates and safeguards our national heritage in communities across the country, including many coastal and sanctuary communities. Under the leadership of Laura Bush, Preserve America has helped advance cultural heritage into the conservation ethic of the United States. Protecting and celebrating public lands and waters is a time-honored national priority that transcends politics. Thanks to President and Mrs. Bush, protecting and celebrating the ocean have further become global priorities. Together, they have demonstrated that creative imagination can lead to bold action, which can change the world.
I am very grateful. Thank you, Mr. President. And thank you, Mrs. Bush.
Please join the National Marine Sanctuary Foundation in honoring President and Mrs. George W. Bush with its 2015 Leadership Award.